Alright, so we got some new Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment news, and I've been sort of hesitant on whether or not I want to cover news regarding this game, because the hype for this game is sort of not existent. And you can't blame the fans, because, I mean, it is a Hyrule Warriors game, so it plays nothing like a mainline Zelda game. And on top of it, the last Hyrule Warriors game we got was Age of Calamity, and that game gave us a plot twist that was nothing about the Age of Calamity. It was all about Teriko correcting Hyrule and bringing the future sages into the past to help the previous champions, and it was a mess. But, you know, Age of Imprisonment, it's looking promising, because at least so far from what they've told us, it will be canon, but I'm not going to believe that until I actually play the game, because they could still pull a Shamalama Ding Dong twist and have some construct save the day and travel through time and all that stuff, so let's hope not. And let's be honest, compared to Breath of the Wild with the Age of Calamity game, it didn't really need that. You know, we learned all we needed to know about Breath of the Wild, its past champions, through the memories and everything, because Link was present in those memories. But in Tears of the Kingdom, everything we learn about is through Zelda's memories, through the tears, you know, the dragon tears, and it just feels like, you know, there's a lot absent throughout the world building and lore and just story. Like, they kind of go through things so fast, you know, one minute Sonia's there, the other minute Sonia isn't, or Ganon is with Hyrule and then against Hyrule, and yeah, overall I feel like Age of Imprisonment can benefit way more from a Hyrule Warriors game that will thoroughly flesh out all of the events that happened way back during the Imprisonment War, and it's not just going to talk about the secret stones and that's about it. You know, hopefully we'll actually get to figure out who the sages are and see their faces, and we actually do see one of the sages' faces within the newest teaser trailer that we got during the Nintendo Partner Showcase, that being the Gerudo sage. And yeah, she has some sort of like emo cut going on, or like at least her eyes look like she has heavy eye bags. I can't really tell if that's just makeup, but overall she has a unique style. She doesn't just look like another Urbosa. Something is going on to make her look, you know, unique, which I do like. So there is that. We also do see Rauru give the Goron sage the mask, so I'm assuming longer version of that cutscene, you know, not just in the teaser trailer, we're gonna see how all of their faces look like, and we're gonna truly get to know about them. And it does seem like the reason why we got to see the Gerudo one first is because they might still be on Ganondorf's side before the Gerudo split into two, and then there is a Gerudo sage, because again, all of that just kind of happens by so fast. You know, again, Ganon is the leader of the Gerudo, and then all of a sudden, there's a Gerudo sage trying to stop Ganondorf. So it's like, yeah, with that, you know, again, this game being able to flesh out all the in-between, maybe we'll learn more about that. Maybe we'll learn about Twin Rova. Maybe we'll learn just overall about all the nitty-gritty outside of, you know, the secret stones, imprisoning more. You know, I don't want to hear that anymore. But yeah, it does look promising overall, and we also get a really cool teaser kind of thing at the end of the trailer, which is playing a version of Fi's theme, which is really interesting. And you see this construct being put together, and this construct doesn't look like Minoru's construct. It looks like it could be a construct hero, like almost like Link will be played as a construct instead, because obviously we know Link isn't present in the Imprisoning War, and all the scenes again that he does witness is through Zelda's memories and Zelda's perspective. So overall it does look like maybe they're gonna have a replacement, because so far of the gameplay that we have seen, we see Zelda, we see Rauru, but there seems to be some sort of buddy system going on, like maybe you can have two characters together or something, or maybe when you're next to an allied champion or sage, or, you know, whatever general character that you can choose, not just, you know, the random soldiers, you can maybe like do a special attack together. Because yeah, we see in this trailer Zelda and Rauru literally do some special light attack together, and then we also see Rauru and Sonia do a special attack together. So I do believe there's going to be some kind of new mechanic with a buddy system, which sounds kind of cool. But overall, it still looks like, you know, there isn't really much they're actually showing outside of the two small things that we've gotten, that being the Gerudo Sage's face, which again at least confirms we're going to get probably a name as well to these sages and actually flesh them out a little bit more and get to know them. But we also do see the Rito Sage in the mask, which yeah, it's like, okay, I guess it makes sense. Later on they're going to have to wear their corresponding, it's not even a Divine Beast helm, it's freaking a construct helm for some reason. I don't know why the sages need to wear them. Like, what's the significance in it? But maybe we'll figure that out as well. It won't have to do just with secret stones. But yeah, we do see the Rito one wearing it, so while it does look like, you know, at some point in the game you're not really going to be able to see their faces, they've already made it clear that we are going to see their faces at some point before they're dressed up and in their sage getup and everything. So I do think that is pretty interesting, but obviously the most interesting thing is what we got towards the end, because everything else is just kind of gameplay, nothing too crazy. Again, that's the main gist, the true selling point for Muso games, that being the Dynasty Warriors like games like Hyrule Warriors, which is just the hack and slash nature of those games. It's supposed to be just a nice stress reliever. You just kind of spam buttons. I think that's why it's not fun among, you know, hardcore Zelda fans who want puzzles, adventure, things to do. And if you're someone who doesn't really know how these games play and you buy one, you might be felt like, you know, you're misled or, you know, just really let down because the experience is nothing like it. So the other thing that should entice us is the lore, the story, the world building that we're supposed to get, especially when the previous mainline 3D Zelda game is really lacking in that sense. So I'm hoping this game will deliver and make up for what the game is lacking for in Tears of the Kingdom. This will be the DLC, which is different gameplay, but yeah, hopefully it's canon, because I am worried. Again, that little teaser we get at the end of the trailer, where it plays Fi's theme, I don't think it's going to be Fi. I mean, it'd be cool if it was Fi in the robot, you know, the construct, and she, I guess, I don't want to make sense, though. You know, Fi's the spirit within the sword. I get it, she's robotic-like, but I don't understand why she would be in a construct. I think maybe it's playing that theme to, like, signify a hero spirit. Maybe that construct can wield the Master Sword. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Though then again, Zelda literally has the Master Sword teleport back into the past, and then she has to restore it through becoming immortal until Link is able to retrieve it from her in Tears of the Kingdom's present time. So, I mean, Link did send that one back in the past. Is there another one just waiting in the freaking Korok Forest for the construct here to pick up? I don't know. Overall, time travel, there's a lot of plot holes, a lot of issues. I'm not here to solve them. I'm just excited to see how they play out in this game. That's if there even is. I mean, overall, there has to be, because the whole game is built around time travel. Zelda goes back all the way to the, you know, founding of Raru's Hyrule, the Zonai Hyrule. And yeah, overall, Tears of the Kingdom story is so lackluster. Let's see how Age of Imprisonment manages to correct it and give us the missing lore that we need. But overall, I am excited, but again, I feel like just fan hype is completely dead. So I thought it'd be just fun to make this kind of one-off video, you know, one take, just kind of express my thoughts and opinions on, you know, initially watching it. Because I did do a reaction. I'll throw the reaction at the end of this video, you know, just in a bit, so you guys can watch it. But yeah, I live streamed it, the Nintendo Direct. If you want to watch the whole VOD, you can check it out on the channel. But overall, that about does it, because there's really not much to go off of besides speculation. We saw the Gerudo, you know, Sage. At least she didn't look exactly like Urbosa. She has something else going on, which is nice. Hopefully the other three sages will also look somewhat different and unique than their counterparts. And again, the most exciting thing is the idea of maybe a construct hero being formed, and that is our way of playing as Link. I think that'd be really cool without breaking the story. Like, if you have to play as this hero-like construct that has a sword and shield, and maybe uses Zonai tech instead of the actual Master Sword. But again, raises the question, why was Fi's theme playing, though? But again, Nintendo did have Fi's theme play in Breath of the Wild and Sword of Tears of the Kingdom, and it meant nothing. Like, the Master Trials, what was the point of that? We never really saw Fi later on. It's just alluding that, you know, her spirit is still present within the sword. But what does that mean, though? It doesn't really mean anything. So this could just be some kind of bait and really results to nothing in the end. We'll figure out, you know, in winter of this year. They haven't given us a release date yet, but I'm assuming it will be December, if not maybe November. November was, you know, Zelda month at one point, at least, you know, so many Zelda games came out around November, so I think that's the main reason why, like, PBG dubbed it as Zelda month, because it was like the go-to release. So maybe Hyrule Warriors will come out around that time to kind of pay homage to, you know, so many Zelda games being released around then. If not December, we're getting it this year. I'm not worried, like Metroid Prime, like that I'm certain might get delayed. I'm worried it will get delayed and be next year. But, you know, Age of Imprisonment, there's no way the development time takes that long. It's a Warriors game after all, so I doubt they'll delay it for any reason. So I'm excited because that might be my game of the year this year. So far, Bonanza has been it, but maybe that will surpass it because I do love the Warriors games after all. And as long as this is a canon story, a good story that doesn't have a Shamalama Ding Dong twist, and that freaking construct we see at the end of the trailer isn't gonna fake out the whole story and be some way Link is able to control a construct in the present time, in the past, and then he saves the day and everything. Let's hope that's not the case. Let's hope it's some original concept that could have fit in the past that just wasn't explained in the present. But we'll see when the time comes. Let me know what you guys think of Age of Imprisonment in the comments below. Will you think it's going to be canon, the story, the gameplay? What do you think about that construct thing that for some reason is in relation to Fi because of the theme? That alone, it was a nice way to end the trailer, because overall the trailer itself didn't really have anything new to go off of. That was the true way to get, you know, fans hype and to get them speculating about what's to come with this game, because it looks like, yeah, we're getting something new. Not just, again, the Secret Stones, the Imprisoning War. We're not getting the obvious here. We're getting something else. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. I apologize this was long-winded. Just kind of, again, just woke up, going off of the cuff. Thought it'd be fun to do an OTR on my opinions so far. So I'd love to know your guys' opinions below. And, yeah, I'll see you all for another video. Let me know if there's any other kind of discussion video you'd like to see me tackle. But that does it for this one. I'm going to let the video, you know, play out with my reaction, my initial reaction to the trailer when watching it live. So, yeah, peace. Sure, why not? Wait, this is Age of Imprisonment. Yeah, this is Age of Imprisonment. Let's go. Okay. Dude, are we really getting an origin story?
Given an opening, he will bear his fangs. Until Hyrule itself is no more.
It looks so beautiful. This is the only Switch 2
Be
Zelda.
that as it may, we face it together.
Okay, they're masked still? That's kind of crazy. What? Okay, well, hopefully that's just because it's a trailer. And we're gonna see their true identity. Dude, come on, give us
But you
actual
sought it from
context.
Hyrule of all places. This is madness.
Wait, that was her. That was, I'm assuming, the Gerudo saying.
There is danger here. Enormously so.
I'm hyped, but it didn't really show anything new. Oh, oh. Huh? What's... No. Why is Minoru... No, don't tell me it's a future Minoru construct traveling from the present to the past, and it's gonna save everything like freaking
trailer for
Jericho!
Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment. We hope you're looking forward to experiencing the canonical
Okay,
events
release
that
date.
led to The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom game when it launches this winter. We'll share more information on this title in the future. Let's continue with some more games coming to Nintendo Switch 2.